Lights, camera, action. These words are synonymous with the filmmaking industry and are essential aspects to how films are made. Another word synonymous with the film industry is Hollywood, which is the location in Los Angeles where most films have been produced over the past 100 years, and where a majority of the studios producing those films are located. In recent years, however, the location where films are being produced has moved to the south. Pinewood Studios is one such center of production in the state. Almost every Marvel film since 2015 has been produced in the studio. Countless other films have also been produced in the state of Georgia in the past few decades. Atlanta and the state of Georgia as a whole, through the usage of its major tax credit on filmmaking, has become a new center for production. Because of the shift of studios to Atlanta, many other businesses have followed as well, generating lots of revenue for the state and creating thousands of new jobs for the population. Not all is good, though. While the film industry has generated lots of revenue, not much of it is going to the government that allowed the tax credit to take place. Because of the tax credit, the state government is actually losing revenue because they aren't making as much on the films produced. The impact of the increase in film production in Georgia due to the implementation of the tax credit has had mixed results on the state. Georgia's film tax credit is meant to be used as a way to incentivize film studios to move their film productions to the state of Georgia. Each film production that spends over $500,000 can earn at least a 20% tax credit and an additional 10% if that production includes the Georgia logo. Studios move their productions to Georgia because they can save a large amount of money per production as a result of the tax incentive. Another benefit for the studio to move their production to the state is its multiple diverse locations whereas there are states that have a similar incentive but not the geography that Georgia has. The state has cities, suburbs, forests, lakes, rivers, mountains, and small towns. An example of its diverse geography is that studios can choose to film a scene that might take place in, say, New York, in Atlanta due to its urban look without having to pay as much because of the tax incentive. This is why many Marvel movies are produced in the state instead of somewhere like California or New York. Another example is how the show Ozark was filmed on Lake Lanier in this state instead of where the show takes place, the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, due to the similarities between the two locations. These reasons allow for Georgia to be a prime location for a film industry that can be centralized within one state. One of the biggest positive impacts that the increase in film production has been the creation of thousands of new jobs, such as caterers to provide food for the cast and crew, truckers to transport supplies and resources for the production, and the casting of extras to provide background characters in the movie or TV show. Films and television shows require hundreds, if not thousands, of people to work on them. Just look at the end credits of any Marvel movie, most of which are filmed in Georgia, and there will be a massive wall of names scrolling up the screen while the viewer waits anxiously for the teaser or Easter egg to show up at the very end. The Motion Picture Association of America, or the MPAA, stated that Georgia's film industry has generated 92,000 jobs. That being said, GPSA also states that the SFI project in the state, which is the name of the tax credit, had not actually resulted in that amount of jobs being created. Instead, as provided by Table 2 in their study, 15,000 people were employed in 2017, a 40% increase from the year before. 15 years prior, the amount of people working was just 2,600 people. The average annual wages for the people working in the industry in 2017 was $65,000 and was a 1% decrease from the year before. The wages also doubled between the years of 2002 and 2017. While that is still a massive increase in jobs, it is nowhere near the number reported by the MPAA, with the total number of people employed between the years of 2002 and 2017 being less than 70,000, not 92,000. John Bradbury states in an article that the film industry can't produce more than $32,000 per job because of the other activity in the state's economy. He also claims that in 2018, through the usage of employment statistics provided by Georgia, the film industry in the state only employs about 16,000 workers. Perhaps the reason why there are not as many jobs created is because many film productions receive overlaps with others, ultimately resulting in a smaller number of jobs created as well as an inflated job and employment statistic. Bradbury also suggests that the revenue gained is inflated because of multipliers that account for additional economic activity throughout the economy. These multipliers may be including separate factors to the economy that might be indirectly affected by the film industry, such as other businesses moving to Georgia as a result of the film industry. The conclusion that seems most logical is that Georgia might want to make the prospect of creating businesses more appealing. These statistics might also exclude contractors that aren't officially part of a film production for whatever reason, therefore excluding them from the real employment numbers. However, this is purely speculation.